Hi, I'm Lily. This is one of my horses, Danny. She is a 10-year-old quarter horse mare. She's Sorrel, and I use her for drill team and rodeos and all sorts of things like parties and parades. And we're gonna teach you the basic gaits today, such as the walk, trot, lope, and the gallop. So when you go to pick a horse's foot, whether you're cleaning it or you're doing farrier work on it, you're gonna want to start at their shoulder and move down the back of their leg. And when you come to the back of their pastern, you're gonna kind of want to pinch and push into your horse, and they should lift up that foot. Now I've already started on cleaning this foot up. And another thing is, so like me personally, I tell people when I do their horse's feet, really only if it's winter, it's really helpful for your farrier if you keep your horse's feet clean, just because then, it's not too hard work for us, because we got to sit here then and scrape all this out and work our tools. Her foot's not too bad, so I might not even have to nip anything off really, but I might take her sole down a little. You can kind of see here there's a white area, and that's what I'm wanting to see, that healthy white sole there. And then like here's her frog up here, and it's nice. I don't need to trim it back or anything. And if you look, her edges are pretty rounded. This side might need to be rasped down. You want them to have a nice even smoothness on this here. So I'm gonna get my hoof knife first and kind of just see what I can scrape out. And if you see that healthy white I'm getting to, that's really what I'm wanting to see down there. And sometimes I run into issues like this where I have a little piece of hoof that it doesn't want to come up, so I can go back in then with my nippers even, and I can take that off. But another thing with these hoof knives, you really got to be careful of which one you buy and how sharp it is, because if it's not sharp enough, or if it's too sharp even, really you can really injure the horse. And like you can use it to clean up your sulcus a little here. Now you don't want to take too much of that sulcus off of there, so you don't want to be too rough in there because you're around the frog. And I always tell people, the equivalent of their frog is like stepping on a Lego, so you got to be careful how you work around that. You don't want to hurt them. And yeah, but her feet come up pretty easy. And I mean, a tip I like to tell people too is, if you just spray with water, usually that keeps their feet all nice for you. So another tool you can use is farrier chaps. I personally don't use them. Really, you can even use a stand, and I don't use a stand. I just hold her up between my legs, and she actually does need a little clipped off. So I'm gonna go in right here where I saw that extra, see if I can slide my clippers there, and I'll take off a little of this toe she's got here. And so some horses will do that, they'll act up when you do it. But like I said, I keep up on her feet pretty well, so not too much needed to be nipped off. of this one. So like I said, the big side, then I can hold up, and if you see, I'm getting that nice clean hoof wall in there. That nice healthy white is coming in. And so I'm flipping around, and then when I want to make the fine edges, I can move to my shorter side, and you can feel free to switch hands. So what I'm doing is just kind of rounding it off because I don't want to toe her out, you know. And then like I'll clean up the top of her foot, you know, kind of get that nice color to it. And so I can go back over the bottom and, you know, kind of keep her heel down a little. So then when I put her down, and you never want to slam your horse's foot down no matter what, because that can actually damage their feet. It can crack them. And then, so I'm gonna look now, make sure, you know, she's standing nice and square, how she should. And I do see she's a little, not too much, but she's a little toed out in her inside, so I can take that down if I want to. But that's basically how you do hoof maintenance for horses. So that's my finished product. And, yeah.